Hi everyone, welcome to Chef Shelley's Kitchen. So today we're going to be doing a French bean casserole dish. And I actually recorded a session on this dish like 3 years ago. And there are just some minor things that I've done that's slightly different that I thought this would be a great time to do an update. This is one of the simplest dishes that you can make. And what I will admit too is that I was not a green bean casserole person before. However, after trying out this recipe years and years ago, I was converted. And it's so simple. So it only takes 15 minutes in the oven. And as you're going to see, it'll take less than probably 10 minutes to put it all together. So if you're in a bind, you need to make something in 30 minutes time, here's a dish for you. And certainly it goes with a lot of the traditional holiday dishes like Thanksgiving for those in the US, or for Christmas or other holidays. But anyway, here we go. So what we're going to do is I like using the French style green beans. You can use regular if you'd like. I just like these because they're thin. And what you want to do is you want to drain the water first. And then you're going to put everything in a bowl. And then to this, we're going to add just two things. Campbell's has this great soup that's a combination of cream of chicken and cream of mushroom. Previously, I used to have to buy cream of mushroom and cream of chicken and just use half. But hey, I love that Campbell's has combined the two. So we're just going to put this entire can in here. And then to that, we're just going to add cheese. You're going to use just about a cup of cheese for the entirety of the dish. And we're going to just put half of it in the mixture, and then we're going to put half of it on top, okay? And so one of the things that I am doing somewhat differently is you'll see this big dish over here and you might be wondering, well, what do you have over here? This is my shredded cheese. And it's in this dish because what I've started doing is not buying the shredded cheese. Typically speaking, when cheese is already shredded and when you see that it's kind of like an orange color, well, that's dye. And they have to add preservatives in order that the cheese can stay longer and it doesn't clump up together. So if you've had it in there for a little bit and it's still, you know, easy to break apart, it's because of all the additives they've had to put on it. What I do is I just buy organic cheese, and it's a totally different color. It looks, you know, like this. It's closer to a white. And what we're going to do is, and then I use my KitchenAid. I don't know if you can see it, but I've got my KitchenAid in the corner, and I have an adapter, which I'll put all of that in the comments section. And that's where I do all of my shredding. So I much prefer to have something that's kind of organic. So again, we're going to use just about half the cheese for this. So I'm going to put in, I'm measuring it myself, but it's a half a cup. So if you need an actual number, go with half a cup, and you can use your measuring cup to do that. Many of you know that I typically am not measuring out everything because that's the difference between making a dish and cooking. Because when you cook, you're just kind of eyeing it. And I have my father to thank for that, because he absolutely taught me how to cook for sure. So all we're going to do is, with those ingredients, is we're just going to stir it up really well. And then we're going to put it in the casserole dish that you see here. That's to my right. And then to that, what we're going to do is we're going to top it with cheese. We're going to top it now with those fried onions that you see over on the side. And it's going in the oven, and that is going to be it. And everyone's going to be loving you for such a great dish. So if you're bringing a dish, you want to be the hit of a party, then do this dish. It's a guarantee. And one thing to note, that I did not add any sodium to this. Why? Because you already have it in the soup. And in many cases, because I use the canned string beans, there's some in there to preserve it. You can also buy the can without salt added, so totally up to you. But I never add any additional salt to this, okay? So now that it's stirred up really well, all I'm going to do is pour it in my casserole dish, like so. And I'm gonna spread it out, making sure it's pretty even. Okay, we're gonna get it to the last drop, as they say, and just spread it out. And I'll just show you, I'll lift this up so you can see the consistency, but just spread it out, just evenly, nicely. And this is gonna be so good. Again, if you've kept track of the time, you'll notice that it's not been that long. So this is really what it looks like, how the consistency looks. And then all we're gonna do is we're going to just put some cheese on the top of it, like so. And then on top of that, and again, this is just the balance of your, if you measured out a cup, you put your half a cup in already. And I guess the other way to eye it, the way I'm eyeing it is I just want some in every little place. But like I said, if you need to measure it, you can. All right, so it's covered it nicely. And now we're going to use the crispy fried onions. Now here's the thing, they have a smaller container of this. It's really about how much of this you want. If you're not a big fan, then certainly just get the smaller size of this. That should do it. Because I do make this, I usually get the larger one. And then if you do the smaller one, basically you're using the whole canister. If you're doing this one, just make sure everything is covered, okay? Which will come out to about a half, okay? All right, that's it. We are going to now put it in the oven. I already have the oven preheated to 350. It's gonna stay in for 15 minutes and then we're back, okay? All right, let's put it in the oven. So 15 minutes later, I want you to get a look at this amazing looking dish. And I actually had it sitting out just a little bit so that it could cool off and it wouldn't be so hot. So I'm gonna just take a little bit here, and it just looks so good. Just so that you can see it on the plate and see all that gooey cheese, which of course is always a good sign. So I'm just gonna leave that here. And as I said, I let it cool off just a little bit so I wouldn't burn myself. All right, bon appetit. Good. Cheese is so gooey. It's dripping down my mouth. So good. And I love the fact there's still a lot of the crunch to the crispy fried onions. All right, I'm not gonna embarrass myself. I wanna eat the rest of this, but I need to get a napkin to help me out. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, just click the little button with my picture. I come out with a video every other week. Recipes that are simple, delicious, and just healthier. Something about it to make it a little healthier. Here, you'd see I use the organic. Again, you don't have to have the string beans with salt. You can take that out. But the way it tastes is perfect, not adding any additional salt. So thanks again. If you found this helpful, please share it on your social media sites. Till next time, bye-bye.